Will she go back to back? She does. Puts it down. Eileen Gu off the charts.
Score coming in for Eileen, improving with a 94.75. Eileen Gu going back-to-back golds. Your reigning two-time Olympic champion.
She's 22 years old, and she just became the most decorated freestyle skier in Olympic history. She's studying at Stanford. She models. She speaks 3 languages. But her medals aren't what matters most. Her mind is. Most people see someone like Eileen Gu and think, talent, lucky, born into it. But behind every highlight, there's a lot of failures. What made Eileen different started when she was 8 years old. While other kids were just trying to have fun on the slopes, she was already studying herself, watching her own runs, figuring out why she failed. And that mindset didn't change. By 17, she was the first Chinese athlete to win X Games gold. By 18, she had 2 Olympic golds and a silver in Beijing. But behind the medals, not everything was gold.
I really struggled. I had a lot of mental health issues after the last Olympics. I dealt with severe injury. A year ago, I had a concussion in January of 2025. But the point is, I have difficulties too. Everything that I have, I fought tooth and nail to get.
That's not a machine. That's a person. And that's exactly what makes what came next so powerful. After injuries, after years of people questioning her choices, after balancing Stanford, fashion, and skiing all at the same time, she just added 3 more Olympic medals in Italy. Not because she trained harder than everyone else, but because she had a different mindset. A reporter asked her recently, "What's going on inside your head?" And she said something brilliant.
I spend a lot of time in my head. I journal a lot. I break down all of my thought processes. I think I apply a very analytical lens to my own thinking, and I kind of modify it because it's so interesting. You can control how you think, and therefore you can control who you are.
Not your circumstances, not what people think of you, but who you are. This isn't motivational poster stuff. This is neuroscience. The brain can literally rewire itself based on the thoughts you repeat, the habits you build, and the way you talk to yourself. Scientists call it neuroplasticity, and that's one of Eileen's advantages. Here's what that looks like in practice. Before a run, she doesn't try to get rid of the fear. She reframes it. Her coach taught her that the neuroscience of fear and excitement is identical. Same chemicals, same physical response. The only difference is the label you put on it. So she asks herself, is this stopping me or is this fuel? That's Stoic thinking at its finest, by the way. Instead of trying to feel nothing, observe the thought, then choose your response. Back to Beijing, 2022. Remember, she's 18 years old. She had the courage to do the bravest
thing I've ever done. I'd already completed my 2 best tricks in the 2 runs prior, and I was sitting in 3rd place. I wanted to try an unnatural double cork 1620. Now this is a trick that no woman before me, myself included, had ever even attempted during training. I had 1 chance to land the 2 flips and 4.5 spins with the pressure of millions and millions of people watching on my shoulders. So I did the normal thing and I called my mom, and she told me not to do it. She said that it was too dangerous and too risky. I knew this, of course, but the most important decision is the one to believe in yourself. To choose to believe that things are only impossible until they're done, and that there is no one better than you to step up to the challenge.
Here we go, the 3rd and final run for Eileen Gu of China.
Rotation of the 1620 on run number 3.
She did it anyway, not only for the medal, but for anyone who needed to see that anything is possible. Now, in 2026, another moment that broke the internet. 2026 Milan Olympics. Eileen had already won 2 silver medals. A journalist stands up at the press conference and asks,
"Do you see these as 2 silvers gained or 2 golds lost?"
I'm the most decorated female free skier in history. I think that's an answer in and of itself. How do I say this? Winning a medal at the Olympics is a life-changing experience for every athlete. Doing it 5 times is exponentially harder. The 2 medals lost situation, to be quite frank with you, I think is kind of a ridiculous perspective to take, but thank you.
That, right there, that's not arrogance, that's clarity. She didn't need his validation. She had already decided internally what success looked like for her, and no outside voice could change that definition. But that wasn't always natural for her. Most of us are the opposite. We let other people set the bar. We measure our lives by someone else's ruler. Eileen built her own scoreboard and doesn't need outside validation to feel proud of herself. So what can you actually take from this? I thought of 3 things. 1. Audit your self-talk. Eileen journals every day. She reads her own thoughts like a coach reads game tape. Start doing that, even 5 minutes. Would you hire yourself as your coach? 2. Define your own metrics. Before Eileen walked into that press conference, she already knew what she believed about those medals. So when the question came, she didn't panic. She already had the answer. You need to do the same thing with your life. What does winning actually look like for you? Not for your parents, not for your followers, not for your friends. For you. Write it down. Think about it. 3. Take the bet. She said it herself. At these Olympics, she was juggling Stanford, modeling, 3 skiing disciplines, and recovering from injury. In an interview for Olympics.com, she said, "I am not a gambling woman, but if I were, I took a pretty big bet on myself. There was a chance that everything could go wrong and I would walk away with nothing because I'm trying to do too much." She bet everything on herself anyway, and she walked away making history. The risk of betting on yourself isn't failure, because everyone who's reached success has failed at some point. The real risk is never knowing what you are actually capable of.
Even if it hadn't gone my way, I would have nothing to regret because I have done quite literally every single thing that I possibly could to prepare for this game. There's not one thing that I look back on and think, oh gosh, I wish I had done XYZ. I've done it all. Everything I could possibly think of, I did. And so even if the results didn't come, I know that I did my very best. And at the moment when it counted most, I showed the world that I wasn't afraid to try.
Eileen Gu isn't special because she was born talented. She's special because she decided, deliberately and consistently, to become the kind of person that her 8-year-old self would look up to. And that decision is not reserved for Olympians. It's available to you too. A decision that can make anything achievable with the right mindset.
I'm not here to parade medals around. I'm not here to stand on the stage and tell everyone that I'm the best ever. The whole point of this is that if I can do it, then everyone else should try too. If I can do it, so can you.
Be like Eileen and bet everything on yourself.